everyone, super excited for this video because today I get to share with you guys a few things to avoid when you are moisturizing your hair. And you already know, okay, that moisturizing our hair is essential, vital, very, very important, okay? And we want to make sure that we are doing everything to the best of our ability to ensure that we are not only obtaining but retaining the moisture within our hair. And unfortunately, you know, there are some things that we could be doing that is preventing us from getting the moisture that we so desire within our hair, okay? So stay tuned. Okay, so when it comes to moisturizing our hair, I want you guys to start seeing your hair like your skin, okay? Because our skin is made up of keratin, just like our hair, and it needs to be moisturized, right? Now, a moisturizer can be a water-based liquid, water-based cream, or water-based butter, okay? Now, the beautiful thing about water is that water loves to evaporate. It loves to just go away. Yeah, I'm here now, but eventually I won't be here, I'm leaving. That's what water does in our skin and in our hair. Because if you think about it, if you go days without moisturizing your skin, what's gonna happen? You're gonna be ashy. You're gonna be looking kind of great, and it ain't gonna be cute, okay? The same thing with our hair, all right? Now, let's get into the things that you need to be avoiding when moisturizing your hair. Okay, so the first thing I want to mention to avoid, and I know this is going to sound kind of crazy, but people are out here doing this, and I just want to, you know, put it out there. So number one, you cannot moisturize your hair with oil. There is no such thing as a moisturizing oil, because in order for something to have moisture, you already know, it has to have water, right? Try watering your plants with oil and see what happens, okay? So oils are designed to seal the hair, and we'll talk about that later on in the video, because the oil you choose as your sealant will determine how effective the moisturizer will be. So we'll talk about that in a few. Okay, so the second thing you want to avoid is you want to be really mindful when it comes to moisturizing your hair when your hair feels very mushy and very limp. Okay, because that is a clear sign that you have moisture overload. And I know a lot of people, myself included, where I would keep moisturizing my hair, ignoring the fact that my hair does not feel how it normally feels. It doesn't feel strong. It feels very mushy and very limp. That is the perfect time to stop what you're doing and do a protein treatment. A lot of you guys know my story. I had a really bad moisture overload experience. After the two-step got me together within an hour, okay? So if you notice your hair feels a little off, a little bit too soft, a little bit too mushy, be mindful on the moisturizer, because you may not need it. Your hair may not need that at that time. Your hair may be actually moisturized, and you may need to up that protein just a bit. So just be careful and be mindful of that as well. Okay, and number three is going to be, do not fall into the lie that if your hair is dry after one day or the second day of moisturizing your hair, that the moisturizer is a bad moisturizer. That's not true. All of us have cycles. Our body has different cycles, and our hair has cycles as well. And this is a time where your hair needs to be moisturized periodically. My moisture cycle is every 2 days. I know some people, their moisture cycle is every 4 days, so it just depends. So if you're using something and it's a great moisturizer initially, but you find that by day 2, it's like your hair is dry, it doesn't mean the product's bad. You probably just need to moisturize your hair on that second day, and that's okay. Now, the product does matter. I will say that. And some telltale signs of a good moisturizer is after you use it, like initially use that moisturizer, you should feel a difference. You should be having some sort of experience, meaning your hair feels much more manageable. You can detangle it, it's much more softer, you have some shine to it. That's a good sign that the moisturizer that you're currently using is a good moisturizer. So when you tie in your moisture cycle with a good moisturizer, you can't go wrong. Number 4, sealing seals the deal, okay? Sealing, as I mentioned before, that's where the oil comes into play. The butter, the silicone, the grease comes into play to lock in that moisture, right? Right. Now, your sealant, oil of choice, matters. It matters based off of your porosity. It matters based off of your thickness or the thinness of your hair. You know, it matters, okay? And I cannot begin to tell you how many emails I receive from people, especially high porosity, thick haired people who used to use like something like grapeseed to lock in moisture. They switched over to grease, and now their hair is retaining more moisture, like for multiple days, you know, so your sealant matters. So really quick, if you have low porosity hair, thick or thin hair, these are the oils that I recommend for you to look into and try out when you are moisturizing your hair. And if you have high porosity hair, thick or thin, these are some oils, butters, greases, all the things that I recommend as well for your hair. Okay, last but not least, which is also a game changer. Okay, I'm telling you. Number 5, you want to avoid not sectioning your hair. You want to avoid not combing through your hair. You want to do these things because when I tell you, you are going to have such a better moisturizing experience. I kid you not. I used to be a lazy natural, okay, where I just was like, oh, moisturize, maybe I'm done. No, I have to section my hair and thoroughly comb my hair. Once again, I'm doing this every 2 to 3 days. I'm being very gentle, ends work my way up, so I'm not losing a ton of hair because I'm not like manipulating it or going really hard on it. So my hair is fine, but when I tell you my hair is obtaining so much more moisture, it just feels so much better. Listen, sections and comb your hair thoroughly when you're moisturizing your hair and do like some 2-strand twists when you wake up the next morning, girl or boy, I'm telling you, it's a game changer. It's a game changer. So that's number 5. Guys, hope you have enjoyed this video and learned something new. Be sure to subscribe and like this video if you liked this video, okay? My question for this week is, what is one thing that has been a game changer for your hair when it comes to retaining moisture for your hair? Is it a technique? Is it a tool? Is it a product? Comment below, let us know, okay? And I cannot wait to join the conversation with you. Be sure to check out the Curly Girl's Guide to Hair Care Ingredients if you have not done so already. To learn more about ingredients in the natural hair care industry, I have a link below for you to check out. And if you're interested in starting a hair care line, no matter where you are on the journey, in the very beginning, in the middle, in the very end, you can work with me one-on-one, and I have a link below for you as well. All right, guys, I love you, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.